Thank you very much, Tom. Well, joining us this morning, we have Kevin Conlon from Conlon and Company. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Now, we're talking about some big picture tax planning type things. A lot of people wait till the very last minute to think about their taxes in April, and really people should be thinking about things all year long, right?
Yes. I mean, there's so many events, life-changing events in people's lives that have tax consequences: inheritances, change of employment, death, divorce, pension, IRA distributions, large stocks transactions. They need to be planning those events now before the end of the year, planning for the tax consequences, taking action now, because now we have a chance to make history. After January 1st, we're just librarians. We're just, putting numbers on paper.
But now it's the time you can really do something. One of those things, capital gains, for those who don't know, what are those things?
Capital gains are a tax on typically investment assets, stocks, bonds, but they could also be the second home, could be vacation property, could be rental property, on a house you inherited from your mother or uncle or aunt, small businesses, farms. So now's an opportunity for the next 3 years. We have artificially low tax rates based on the existing law, 0 to 15%, depending on where your tax bracket is over the next 3 years. Obviously, there's going to be changes, but now's, we have the existing law. We plan with the existing law.
Okay. Now, also, there's some other things like loss of job. You were talking about also credit card debt, mortgages, things like that you also need to keep track of, right?
Yes. Very common in these economic times. People are having credit cards written off and they're entirely or settled for half, 30% on the dollar. They may be receiving a 1099-C, which is cancellation of indebtedness income. In many cases, if not most, due to various provisions, the income is exempt from taxation. You just have to fill out the proper paperwork and document it.
Okay. Now, any of these things happen to you, what is the best course of action? Should you immediately call your accountant who you're planning on doing your taxes and tell them about it? Do you bring paperwork to them? What do you have to do?
I think a phone call, an email, a fax, it's nice to have the paperwork in front of you when you're talking to the tax preparer. So I always advise sending it over ahead of time and then calling your CPA and talking through the matter.
Now, even if you're prepared and you do all these things, there's still Congress, and they get very busy towards the end of the year, and there's things that they may do that may even change things even more, right?
Oh, yes. I mean, some of our planning is very difficult. I mean, last year they passed 5 laws in the month of December. They passed the Farm Bill in May of this year. They're very, very busy in December. We need some technical corrections to fix some laws that are expiring. We're probably going to get those, but no one can guarantee that. So I expect a lot of legislation, no matter who wins the office. There's going to be laws coming out of Congress.
Okay, wonderful. Well, all very good advice. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Of course, we want to get your questions. If you have any, you can always send those to us at sunrise@rochester homepage.